2 Patreon-exclusive videos made free as a promo, link in the description. The entertainment industry roots of Wakayama Shion stem all the way to when she was only 3 years old, before she even had any recollection of it. At the time, her older sister was a child actor, and at age 3, she accompanied her sister and their parents to Gekidan Himawari, one of Japan's oldest and largest talent training organizations, and just got scouted and agreed to enroll. She doesn't even remember doing this according to her. Keep in mind, this is the organization that had raised talents such as Miyano Mamoru and Takayama Minami. It's legit. Her earliest credited work was the drama Toshie Tomatsu when she was only about 4 years old. Shion got loads of roles even as a kid in works like Homemaker, Kekkon Keikaken Yukawa Aiko no Kante File, Wachigaya Itosato, and well, everything else on screen. Although it's important to note that none of them were actually main character roles. Amazingly, Shion wasn't just a child actor, but got her first voice actress role at 8 years old as the child version of Anna in Red Garden. Again, it's not a big role, but in such a competitive industry, bro, some modern voice actors struggle to ever even get that very first role, so it's incredible to just have voice acting experience from such a young age. Her most consistent role otherwise would be as Kinako in NHK's Cooking Idol Ai Mai Main, a weekly children's cooking show, which lasted all the way until she was about 15 years old. But Shion's teenage years would put her on a dramatic change in career trajectory. Shion found a dream. She loved art and wanted to be an art teacher. In high school, she joined the art club, drew daily, and attended an art prep school, aiming for an education faculty art teaching track in university. Suddenly, for about 6 years, any traces of her completely disappeared from the entertainment industry. She never explicitly said why she disappeared from the entertainment industry. Perhaps it was even an inability to get roles, but based on the circumstances, the work put into art school is most likely the reason. Well, the other reason might be that she got really into video games, especially the Final Fantasy franchise. Like, frequently gaming until 3 AM type of shit. Gamers. Well, for her hard work, she did indeed get into the university she wanted and was properly on track to become an art teacher. Good for her! At university, out of pure interest, she even entered the light music circle and played bass, guitar, and did vocals. So, what happened? Wasn't she gonna be an art teacher? Well, she was a gamer. I need you to realize that at this point, Shion had acting, voice acting, art, could sing, play the bass, and guitar, all of which were at least at a semi-professional level. This is literally the fucking full package in the entertainment industry. This is the kind of resume you're going up against when you're trying to find a job in the entertainment industry. It's fucking insane. Shion was gonna be an art teacher, but she just loved the games too much. She wanted to voice characters in the game franchises she loved so much. She was a gamer over an artist, and she once again decided to pursue voice acting. This did not seem too difficult with her experience, as very quickly, she started off with a main character role in the movie Her Blue Sky as Aoi Aoi. Now what's insane is that Shion pulled off some solo leveling, hide my true power until the last second aura farming kind of shit. Because this movie's main character literally plays the bass and dreams of moving to Tokyo after graduation to become a musician. Like, the bass playing is a central part of the character's and movie's story. So what did Shion do? Not tell anyone about her bass experience. During the auditions, she literally didn't tell any of the staff that she played the bass. Not until after she got accepted for the MC role and finished recording all of her lines. Bro, I can already imagine the aura farming. By the way, I play the bass. Yes, that also means she got the role without taking the bass experience into factor. This role even let her do a baseball throw at a ceremonial first pitch before a national game, which, in case you don't know, is a pretty big deal in Japan because baseball is huge there. But anyway, the next 2 to 3 years, Shion quickly rose through the voice actress popularity rankings with big roles such as Yume in Daina Zenon, Nanahoshi in Mushoku Tensei, which is not a main character, but the special ending song she sang in her episode got a whopping 10 million views on YouTube. Destiny in Tucked Failure, Mai in Hakozune, Tomono from Feet the Anime, Inao in Witch from Gay Mercury, and in the end, most importantly, her breakout role, our beloved Takina Inoue from Lycoris Recoil. Yeah! While many of the previous roles are decently big, all of them were either from semi-flopped anime or weren't exactly main character roles. Takina is exactly that first big role she needed. Lycoris Recoil is an original anime by A1 Studio that grew way bigger than they could ever anticipate. From the amazing characters, beautiful animation, and crucially, some of the best voice acting in the entire industry, Lycoris Recoil is a very special anime that blew the fuck up, especially in Japan, to the point where they announced an anime continuation and went silent for 4 years now. Where's my season 2? I'm not gonna fanboy anymore. You all should know by this point how much I fucking love this show, and the voice acting is probably the best part of it. I have a billion videos on it. What's important is due to this show blowing up, and especially for its unique voice acting direction, Shion's popularity also blew up like no tomorrow. I mean, the anime outgrew just being an anime with all the memes, noises, and charms. It's no wonder Shion blew up. In fact, Shion's voice acting as Takina became so big that the Hideo Kojima became a huge fan of her and personally got her to voice a main character tomorrow in his huge project Death Stranding 2. Like, Kojima straight up admitted that he had always wanted to work with Shion after watching Lycoris Recoil and prioritized his own tastes in casting her. Then he said he had zero regrets from the moment he heard them start recording. This is the power of Lycoris Recoil. And there's a special charm within the franchise too, between Shion and Chika Anzai, the voice of Chisato. Yes, not just in the anime. If you watch any of the Lycoris radios or broadcast specials, you can just see the bond between the two. Everything flows so naturally. It's almost like Yuri! Wait. Chisato's voice actress is married? No! And in March 2023, largely thanks to Takina, Shion won the New Actor Award at the 17th Seiyu Awards. This is very notable because many modern big anime seiyuu kickstarted their career off by winning this specific award. What's even more touching is that since Shion had been in the entertainment industry since 3, she never really had the chance to win a newcomer award in other sectors of the entertainment industry. Because, you know, she wasn't really new. So this was quite a special award to her, and kick off her career it did. With this explosion in popularity also came a plethora of new roles, including Hair Fetish from Motion Sickness the anime, Yukari from Zom 100, Izumi from Mahjong Fetish the anime, Hinageshi from Momentary Motion Sickness, and her first mega hit, Momo Ayase from Dandadan. I'm sure most of you are aware, but as a mega hit mainline shonen jump anime, this anime was big, and voicing the main character in an anime of this caliber says something about your talent and popularity. I mean, the rest of the main characters are voiced by Hanae Natsuki, Sakura Ayane, Mizuki Nana, and the legendary Tanaka Mayumi. I think it says something to be able to stand beside the absolute top people in the industry. It's not just anime though. Shion made a huge name for herself in every single big gacha game you can think of. Lanyan from Genshin, Yunli from Star Rail, Ellen Jo from Zenless Zero, the holy trifecta of MiHoYo games. Oh, and I'm sure you know how viral Ellen Jo is, but she even sang the viral Moe Chaka Fire as Ellen Jo with 36 million views on YouTube now. I'm not gonna lie, her deep voice makes me feel something. Tove from Ass, and Lila from... how the fuck do you read this? Fresberg from Fire Incest Heroes, Hagayama Yu from Project Sekai, Lisa from Princess Connect, and more. If there's one single role she's missing though, it's one from the Final Fantasy franchise, as it's basically her dream to be part of it, since she's a huge Final Fantasy fan. But given her popularity now, I think it's just a matter of time. Finally, with all these roles, and largely thanks to her role as Momo Ayase in Dandadan, Shion won the Best Lead Voice Actor Award at the 20th Seiyu Award ceremony, just a few months ago in 2026, and her future looks bright with a role in the upcoming Madoka movie that will release at the end of time after 5 more delays in 2035. Alright, as a voice actress, she also got into foreign film dubbing for films like The Hate You Give, Suspiria, Vesper, and The School Nurse Files. As if she didn't have enough accolades! As if she wasn't good enough in 5 different fields! One more thing to note is her laugh. Her laugh is angelic. I love how Lycoris Recoil took full advantage of that. No, I'm not simping. I'm just saying it's a fact. It's what she's known for. No, really, it's just so beautiful. The fans agree. The fans agree. You know, at the end of the day, you look at Wakayama Shion's rise and realize this is the kind of shit your Asian parents compare you to when they tell you that you're not trying hard enough as a 5-year-old and to succeed like she did. She never went through the long drought or grind of not being able to find roles. She just decided she wanted to be a voice actor. And did it. Is this what my Asian parents meant by getting work experience at 8? And this doesn't even take into account her acting experience, art school level drawing, singing, bass and guitar experience, foreign dubbing. And she's even fucking gorgeous with a perfect voice and an angelic laugh. I say this as an Asian. How the fuck am I supposed to compete with these fucking Asians? Holy overqualified. Special thanks to Vicente Begani and all my other patrons and members for supporting me. I currently have 2 previously Patreon exclusive videos made free as a promo on Patreon, so be sure to check it out, link in description, and consider supporting me if you like the extra content. Okay, they're free because I lost a bunch of challenges on Twitch, so come check out my stream too. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye!